Good morning, everybody. This is day 5 of Treasure Trades. It seems like everyone in this office is gone, so I'm flying solo today. So anyways, it's Thursday. Markets are closed tomorrow for the holiday, and so pretty much it's my version of Friday, and Friday is the day I usually get wrecked, if I get wrecked any day, just because I've been really careful keeping the rules, and then I feel good. I've been green, and for this challenge so far, we've been green every single day so far. So I don't want to ruin that streak. So today I'm gonna go over the rules real quick again. First rule: trend is your friend, and as part of that, I never go short when price is above VWAP, even though I like to. If price is below VWAP, we're mostly looking for shorts unless we make a higher low. Never cost average down ever. A couple times in this challenge already, I've broken this rule and almost got absolutely trashed. The one candle rule pretty much just means that you don't want to go long until the current candle breaks the high of the previous candle, and the opposite for the shorts. No trades first 10 minutes, so I still got 5 minutes or so before I can make my first trade. And then if I take a loss, I got to have a mandatory 5-minute cool-off period. And don't be an idiot. And then I actually drew these little drawings yesterday because these are two setups that I keep doing over and over again. And this one, it's when price is kind of riding above the 9, it breaks down, and then I want to short it right when it kind of retests the 9, but this usually keeps going up. So I always lose when this happens right here, this short. And then on this side, whenever we're kind of riding below the 9 and we have a big candle up and it comes back to retest it, you always go long. I'm hoping just to get a few quick trades, maybe call it a weekend, and we'll see what happens. But just no big losses today. That's the rule. I don't want any big losses because, oh my gosh, I gotta tell this story real quick. So a few weeks ago, it was a Friday, and my wife tells me that I shouldn't trade on Fridays because something like this always seems to happen. But I was up, I don't even know, like $2,000 or something on the day. So I felt great. And it was a green week too, so I was just like capping off this great week with a great green day. And I had to go pick up my kid from school because it was early day. And so I was literally sitting in my car waiting for her to come out of the school and find me. And markets were about to close in like 10 minutes. So like an idiot, I pulled it up on my phone and I looked at the markets. And if I'm looking at a chart, I can't not help but get in trade. I can't help it. I have to trade. So anyways, I bought a small position because right at 150 every single afternoon, there's this massive liquidity spike. And anyways, long story short, I didn't want to end the day on a loss. So even though I could have taken a small loss and it would have still been awesome because I was still up, like $1,900 or something, I ended up chasing that loss for that whole 10 minutes and ended up down like $1,500 in 10 minutes. So I went from up 2,000 to like down 1,500. And I cannot even tell you just how devastating that was. So anyways, I have a very nervous relationship with Fridays. I got to keep the rules. That's why I kind of went over the rules again. Every morning, it's good to just go over your rules. And if any of you guys live around Salt Lake and you want to come in and trade with us for a morning, we'd love to have guests. So just reach out to us. I know it's a little scary. Actually, I have some friends who are pretty big traders, and I reached out to them to see if they wanted to come. And the idea of kind of like putting their ego and their reputation on the line to, because I mean, we pretty much are transparent about every trade we make, like the good and the bad. And I think that kind of spooked them a little bit. I mean, this is a pretty bearish setup right here. But I'm telling you, I have been programmed to want to go long, even though some days I should just go short and forget about it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, one candle rule is if it goes above this blue line, which it looks like it's doing. Yep. One candle rule is triggered. How much these option contracts go up in price? So I was looking at when it was like at 350 and it's already at $3 or 250 and $3. So that's, oh my goodness, look at that candle. Holy smokes. It's so hard to know, you guys. It's so hard to know. I wanted to go long right here. I hesitated because we kind of broke below this low. And of course, we just scream up on the next candle. So I don't know. My chart looks a little different than probably most because a lot of people just have like kind of right out of the box the red and green candles right here. I kind of have this indicator where it pretty much just helps me know the trend. So if the candles are red, then we're kind of in a downtrend. If the candles are green, we're in an uptrend. And sometimes, honestly, I mean, you could probably just trade based on the candle color. Every time it goes red, you go short. Every time it goes green, you go long. I've never tried that. Maybe actually that would be a fun video, is only to trade the candle colors. I think we might break through. This is looking pretty bullish for a surge of volume. So let's see here. Back 362. So I'm looking to go long right here with kind of a short stop loss below the bottom of this candle. We'll see right here, 348. Okay, so I just took my first trade right there. I got in long. I want to keep it pretty tight on the stop loss. When did I get in? So I got in at 239. I got to take a page out of Will's book, though, and kind of just let it breathe for a second. We'll see what happens. I kind of want to get a bigger position. So if we came down more, I'd probably buy 3 more contracts and then put a stop loss below the low of this candle. What are we doing here? So I'm pretty much break even right here. If we can just break above this resistance, I think we'll be golden. But what happens between now and then? So, come on. Let's just get a surge of something. 355. Come on. There we go. I might put a stop loss at break even. How much time until this candle closes? Ah, man. I don't know what's going to happen here. So 344. Come on. There we go. Big buyers. 355. Let's go. Come on. So we just did the one candle rule, which is good. We just need to get some volume to break through this. And right now it's still acting as resistance. Every time we kind of get close, sellers are pushing this down. There we go. Come on. 360. Right up to VWAP. All right. All right, so that was my first baby trade. I know I was only in this for, wow, look at that. I should have held a little bit longer.
First gold.
I didn't know how we were going to react to VWAP. So, wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so hard to know. So let me look real quick. So on that one, we made about $100. And that was a pretty good sell. What do you do right here, though? We're coming back to retest the 9. Do you go long? Jump right back into this trade? What's going to happen? I think we are going to go up from here. Oh, man. I'll take it, though. $100 win. Man, the thing that I got to get better at is just holding these positions longer. I just, I see like in 1 minute we're up $100. I just want to sell it for the quick gain. But I know, just like we talked about day one, one of my favorite traders, Jesse Livermore, man, the book of, like, I don't know if it's, no, there's a couple of books about him and they are just so good. I mean, my favorite story from that book is on the day of the 29 crash. He lived on the Gold Coast in New Jersey. He'd always take his limo into New York every day to his office. trading back then was such a pain. You had to, call brokers, and people were like trading physical paper and all this crazy stuff. Now it's so easy. But anyways, so of course, like that was the Roaring 20s. So all of his neighbors that had these, just massive mansions. These people had stupid money. They would like find some cathedral in Italy, and they would like pretty much take it all apart piece by piece and then put it on a boat and transport it over to an empty lot on the Gold Coast. It's actually right where The Great Gatsby was that took place. It's the same neighborhood. And these houses were just massive, like 50 bedrooms. Anyways, so on the day of the crash, like his wife's at home panicking because all the neighbors, people are throwing themselves out of windows. They've just lost everything. And Jesse Livermore comes home, and his wife has had their like servants or whatever put all of their stuff out into the yard because she just assumed that like everyone else around them, they had lost everything. And so she's like pretty much planning on moving into the guest house until they figure out what to do with the big house, And anyway, so he finally finds her, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I just, I'm preparing because I just think, I'm so sorry that we lost everything. I know, it's probably hard for you." And he's like, No. He's like, "We made more money today than I've ever had in my whole career," because he was short. He freaking shorted the crash, and he made more money that one day than he had in his whole career. And what a gangster, man. Freaking crazy. But anyways, yeah, so this is super bullish right here. I should have gone. So anyways, the whole point of that story was he always said, you get into a position and you monitor it pretty closely, but then just don't do anything. Let it ride. And he always said that you made your most money when you just let your position ride. And so, for example, I got in right here. That was a pretty good entry. And honestly, that's actually a really fun or a smart way to get out of a trade is the one candle rule on the way down. So you see right here, I got in right here, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And you don't want to get out of a position until you make a lower high. Like this, the next candle goes below this. And that's, look how bullish this is. And what are we up for the day? We're up, wow, the Qs are up 1.8%. I didn't realize they were up so much overnight. That's a pretty bearish candle. But I'm telling you, every time I go short, I just get wrecked. I haven't had one win yet on this challenge where I went short and I actually made money. I think every one of them is long. Of course, I've pretty much only gone long, so. All right, what do you do right here? Do you go short? If we come back and retest VWAP, I might, okay, let me go short. Let me just go short right here. 366. I'm doing it. That's a pretty good setup. Of course, I swipe up and my freaking order doesn't go through. That's so frustrating. It happens so often that I actually have an emoji for it right there. That was the perfect short position. It came up, it crashed through kind of the VWAP, the 9, and this resistance, and it came back up to retest it. And then my order didn't go through. Wow, 266. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so frustrating. And I'm sure any trader out there that actually knows what they're doing is like, why are you trading with Robinhood on your phone? Because other brokers are probably way better. Wait, I might get filled right here. Let's see what happens. If I get filled, I'm gonna keep it a super tight stop loss. I don't want to lose more than 20 bucks. I only have 3 contracts. Can you believe I didn't get filled on that? Come on. That was the perfect entry. I'd be up, what's 50 times, like already 150 bucks. I don't like to change my order though once I place it. So, I could have gotten filled. It was 4 cents away from filling though. Oh my gosh. And this is a great bear setup right here. Lower high, lower high. Man, that's a shame. That would have been my first win going short. Come on. Let me get my first short win. Oh, that's so frustrating. Had I just swiped up like 1 second earlier, I would have been filled. Okay, so one candle rules right here. So we'll see what happens with price, but yeah, I got to make these emojis bigger so that you guys can see them. But that's my emoji for when I actually try to get into a trade, I don't get filled. We want to see a lot more of these dollars all over the screen. The fingers are where my entries are. All right, so we still haven't done the one candle rule yet. It looks like it wants to though. Right, there it goes. Do you guys see how price just jumps right there? That's because there's a lot of traders just like me that are waiting for the one candle rule. And so right when it breaks, it just goes up. So, I mean, if you're an aggressive trader, you can almost anticipate the one candle rule happening. So you get in below that, because if you're right, it's the perfect entry, because then there's that sudden surge of kind of like price going up. So now we're at the 9. Wow, I might get filled right here. I don't like to get filled though once my thesis is... yeah. Okay, so I did get filled. Wow. Now I'm all quiet. What are we going to do right here? We're going to reject off UOP. That's a pretty good rejection. Wow. All right, so I just sold for a quick scalp. I would have held it longer had I got in right here, but after this massive pop, I just didn't want to play with it at all.
Double doubloon.
So I made just a little bit of money right there. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good call. So let me see what that trade was. We'll see. Wow, it was more than I thought. It was 70 bucks, 66 bucks. So now we're 160 bucks-ish up on the day. That's good. Now I want to go long again. We just broke through the support. We're above the 9. I mean, this is why I'm so scared to go short, because I feel like these kind of candles, it's just a matter of time. So if you're like, I'm in this short position right here, I'm actually really happy. You know, I'm way in the money. I mean, this would have probably been like $300-400 right here, and then all of a sudden, bam, you get this candle, and you're pretty much break even. So going short is, I don't know. I think it's just because for the last, I mean, for years, you buy the dip always. You always buy the dip, and you've been right. You've been right. There's very few days where we just go down, and we just go down all day. I mean, we had that day last week, actually, where we pretty much, we opened up and prices kind of like went up a little bit, and then we just dumped all day. Those are the days where fortunes are absolutely made. If you can get into a kind of a decent position, 10 contracts, and you just let that ride all day, which I've never, it's my goal to let that happen one day, because I've never been able to do that, ever. I mean, you can see how I trade. I'm just in and out. And I mean, it works. It works because most days, you know, we kind of just chop like this. We just chop around. And so, you know, like if you go long here, you're up, but then you're down, and theta's just killing you. So I prefer to just kind of get in and out and take my wins. But man, if I can just get a trend day one of these days and just don't even touch it, just let it ride. You get up, you know, 500, 600 bucks, put a stop loss at break even, and then just turn my phone off and leave for the day. And then check in later that day, and you could be up, I mean, you could be up 20 grand on a day like that if you just let it breathe and let it go. So hopefully at some point in this challenge, that's going to happen. I don't know if you can see it because my chart's just full of stuff right here. But you see how the blue line and the 9 are pretty much at the exact same level. If price could come down to this point, I would go long, because I think like the more support reason, and plus you have kind of this support now that we've broken through it. But I don't get that lucky normally, and so we'll see what happens. I'm just trading 3 contracts today. I'm telling you, I have PTSD for Fridays. I just, you know, I could go bigger, and I probably should have, because I've had 2 winners so far. We're up, what was it, 160, 170 bucks on the day, and it's 8 o'clock, so it's only been 20 minutes since I started trading. Because you don't trade the first 10 minutes unless you want to gamble. And you know what? I love gambling. Once in a while, you just put it on black or red, and you just let the wheel spin. But today, I just don't feel like it. So if I can get a pretty decent win, you know, another $100, $200 win in a trade, then I'll probably honestly call it a day and enjoy the long weekend. I'll be done. I mean, that's the cool thing about trading. I really think that this is a skill. I know a lot of people think that day trading is, you know, pretty much just gambling. And definitely it is sometimes, I think. But I don't know. I think there's actually, it's a language, and the more you do it, and at least on Twitter, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like a lot of people, the consensus is that you need to do this for about 2 years. The first year, you just get trashed. Yeah, you have to. I mean, I've used this before, but trading is a lot like surfing, and surfing isn't just about keeping your balance and knowing how to stand and knowing when to pop up. It's about reading the ocean, and I think a big part of it too is mastering your emotions. There's almost a spiritual element to it, which I know is crazy because it's just you think about stock traders and it's just greed and that's all part of it. But that's almost like where the spiritual element comes in. It's because you have to master your greed. You have to master like your FOMO, like patient. There's just a lot. Oh, wow. We just broke through that. Idiot. I should have gone long. So, I mean, this would have been a pretty good entry right here. Wow. Look at that. Holy smokes. What a candle. Ah, I gotta stop talking as much and just start trading because oh man, like this exactly happened. Like so, on my little drawing right here that I showed you earlier, this is what happened. So you kind of have this big break through the 9. We kind of come back. We didn't really retest it like perfectly. So where are we at right now? So we're pretty much in blue sky. I mean, we have pre-market high like right here, which will be kind of some resistance. But yeah, I should have gone long. We're right there. I'm always looking for a great entry. Maybe if we come back, I mean, so we have kind of the support area right here, which is the same as the 9. Maybe I'll do a quick long with just 2 or 3 contracts, but we'll see what happens right here. Got to be careful on these too, because sometimes this just flushes right through, kind of like this. So, you know, like if you would have bought the 9 right here and it flushed through, you could have gotten out maybe at break even right here, but which is what you always do. That's actually, I should put that on the rules. If you're playing the 9 moving average, you go long right here, we flush through, we almost always come back and retest it. And that's not when to get that's the moment not to get hopium and just hope that we bounce. That's always you get out of your trade. You get out of your trade at break even. Call it good. Right here. What are we doing right here? If we come down a little bit more, I mean these contracts are already getting cheaper just because of theta, even though it's only 8 o'clock. It's option expiration though, so all right. I'm gonna go long right here with a super tight stop loss. Wow, so I got in at 212. I'm gonna put a stop loss at 2 what? Do I do it at break even or do I do it a little bit below break even? Sometimes though it comes back down and come on. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby. Get some buyers in here. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. We want to go up. You know what? I might just do it at break even though one big kind of candle down will stop me out. So, but I'm telling you, I've talked about this before. If I put a stop market, so I just put a stop market order in. Come on, bounce, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. And what do I do now? So we just did the 1 candle rule. That's super bullish. You know what? Come on. I've already have a couple wins. Do I just let it breathe or do I let... No, come on. See, this is why I scalp. Because I was up a lot right here. And now it's coming all the way back down. We just need some buyers. But Jesse, man, I gotta do the Livermore thing. And just let it freaking ride. I mean, this is a pretty bearish candle right there. I don't know what to do. This is the angst of being a trader. Come on, let's just get one big push up. No, not down. Come on, bro. See, I don't like this candle at all. I mean, sometimes that marks like a reversal, so we'll start going down. But we did the 1 candle rule. Buyers are still fighting. I just want a candle like this. Come on. Up, 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 up. Let's go. There we go. No. Wow, I might get stopped out at break even right here. Come on. 225. I'm still... come on, buyers. Let's go. I yell at my charts a lot, so... yeah, that's bearish. What are we doing here? Wow, are you kidding me? Ugh. All right, well, we're full transparent on this channel, so get this. So I had a stop market order at break even. I canceled that order so I could sell right here. Of course, we crashed. We crashed through my stop, so I'm down right now, not a ton. See, we're coming back to retest the 9. So I might just sell this out. Dude, what are we doing? Come on. Yep. Remember what I talked about just like 10 minutes ago? That's what I should have done. So if we come back and retest VWAP, I'll probably buy what? Like six contracts maybe. Yeah, this candle right here. Whenever you see this market top, you got to be really careful. So I should have sold right here after going long. And now this price, and then I should have gotten out right here. I put a market order in, but it didn't fill. So I mean, we only have 3 contracts. Like I'm not down too much. So this is the dilemma though. There we go. So do I get out right here? What do you guys think? Or are we going to have a big? There we go. Wow, that's crazy. What a candle. There we go. Holy smokes. Wow, holy cow, look at that, you guys. So that was a lot more stressful. It's not over yet. I'm still in this trade. But that is a bullish candle. Wow. Holy smokes. So I'm out right there. So let me just explain what happened here. I always get flustered after a trade because, I mean, especially like that. Unbelievable. Okay, I go long right here. Perfect long. It touches the 9. It comes up right here. I don't sell because I'm talking about Jesse Livermore. I'm talking about sitting on your hands, all this stuff. Come back down. I have a stop loss order at break even right here. It comes up again. I'm hoping that it goes above this candle right here. But so I cancel my stop loss so I can sell it, and all of a sudden we crash down through my stop loss, big crash down. And I mean, thankfully, and this is why you never go short above VWAP and you never go long below VWAP unless it's making lower highs because or higher lows. Sorry, I'm still flustered. Oh my goodness. So what was that last trade? Let's look. This is for my sake, honestly, but. Okay, so we made, wow, that was a $100 trade. Holy smokes. So we're up, wow, man. We're doing 3 for 3 today. But that was lucky. I mean, I can't believe that happened. I canceled my stop loss right when it just crashed through it. So it was lucky that happened because I ended up making money instead of breaking even. But it's unlucky that that happens sometimes, but man. The trend is your friend. So if we're trending up, which obviously we are, it's a way more forgiving, the market. This is like textbook example. Even though this trade kind of went awry from me. Okay, so now we're testing pre-market high right here. We'll see how this reacts. But that's why number 1 rule on the freaking list is the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend, because even if you don't play it perfectly like I did just there, it saves you. The trend saves you, and you can be a little more patient to let it just see what happens. If the trend's up and you go long and all of a sudden you're down your position, you can let it breathe. But if you try and go short in an uptrend, you're gonna get trashed. And there's, yeah. So, anyways. So, that's 3 for 3 today. That's good. I think we're up like 300 bucks maybe. You know what? I might just call it. It's only 8:20. We haven't even been trading for an hour. I'm up 300 on a Friday. I mean, it's Thursday, but technically, you know, it's a holiday. See, again, I probably should have let this ride, but what's the difference between this and this? I mean, volume, maybe, but not really. Just a huge candle up. Gosh. But then you could say, you know what? If you just bought right here and just let this run all day, you'd probably be doing better. But I don't know. So what do you do? What do you do? I might just call it, honestly. 3 wins, $300, a little less than $300, I think. I don't want to dance with the devil today. We're kind of hitting this double top right here. We might break through it and keep going, or we might kind of double top and start coming back down. Let's see what the IWM's doing. Wow, okay. So IWM looks like it's trying to put in a bottom right here. Was this candle at the same time? 816? 816, yeah, big sudden surge of liquidity. Well, last time I did this, if this comes down to the 9, I might take one more trade, just real quick. Let's see here. And then hope that we break through this high of day. If it just comes down a little bit more, we're at 213, maybe like 207. Because, yeah, I mean, if we can, I mean, you can kind of see anytime there's like a big kind of resistance, it takes it takes a big surge to break through it. So if you kind of anticipate that happening, you can make a lot of money just in that big initial move. But this is acting as pretty decent resistance. So 211, 3 contracts, 208. What are we doing? Come on, come touch the line. Just give me a clean touch. Trend is your friend. We're trending up. 205. What is that? 205. Come on. Just a little bit more. Just give me a clean touch. 3 seconds till this candle closes. And if we can come down just a little bit more right here. Right here, right here. Just a little bit. There we go. 20. I don't even know what I'm at. Okay, we'll see how that reacts. We might just break through it, but wow, 195. Okay, so wow, okay. So that worked. That worked out so far. So I'm going to put a stop loss at break even. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just going to let it ride. Come on, baby, breakthrough. Wow, we're already up 60 bucks. Do I just sell it? What would you guys do right here? If we can break through that, that would be big money, but I just don't know if we're going to break through it or not. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Up, 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 up. You know what? I might just let this one ride. I've already had 3 wins. I hate losing though. I don't want to. Come on. We just closed that candle. Big surge, big surge. Let's close this day good. No, 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 no. Big surge the other way, bro. There we go. There we go. Come on. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm canceling my stop loss, so let's hope the last thing doesn't happen like it did last time. Okay, we're right up to resistance. Okay, I'm out. I should just let it ride. How am I going to have a day where I just let it trend? Oh my gosh, and there it goes. Gosh dang it. I don't hate it though. I made money. All right.
Gold Rush.
I don't hate it. There we go. So that was a perfect entry again. You know, I'm telling you guys, like the 9, I based my whole strategy around this moving average. If I didn't have this, I would be blind to the markets. Oh. Wow. Okay, how much was that last trade? Let me just look real quick. $120. which now would be like at least 100 and probably 50 or 60. But we just barely broke through previous or pre-market high. You guys, I've had, what is that, 3 or 4 wins in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in a row. Man, I should have just let it ride. Oh, hindsight, man. Dude, when I canceled my stop loss order at break even, I was like, oh no, we're gonna do the same thing that we did right here, where I want to sell it right here, and then all of a sudden it breaks right through my stop loss. Now I'm down on the position. Idiot. Because the worst thing is letting a trade go from green to red. But you know what? It's 8:24. I've been trading pretty much since 7:30 markets open. I don't really trade till 7:40. 4 wins in a row. We're up. I don't know what, $400 or something. Not bad in an hour. I don't want to tempt fate. I'm calling it a day. So let's start an early weekend. There's nothing like starting an early weekend at 8:30 before some people even wake up. So we're green. We got another like $400 for the chest minus what we're paying our freaking camera guy, who's the best in the world. We just love him so much. Put these videos together for us. And yeah, I think that's it for me. It's kind of weird being here by myself. I feel like I'm just talking to myself. But maybe it's actually good to talk to I had 4 wins in a row. Maybe I should just kick everyone off this little show so I can do it by myself. Because when I talk out loud, it helps remind me of all the rules. It helps me think straighter than when I'm just kind of by my, silent. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic 3-day weekend. I'm calling it right here. 4 wins. Love you guys. We will catch you on Monday. Peace.